trouble. The sound effects have been hiding for the past like 2 months or something, eh, Evans?
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while, but they're back. So thanks everyone for jumping on, listening on Spotify or Google Podcasts, or watching live on YouTube. We have Sarah here with us, who is a Toronto model content creator, maybe. Well, we can definitely go into it. So huge thanks to Sarah for taking the time to kind of chat about her journey and experience. And it's going to be a lot of fun. If you don't know who Evans and I are, we do this show every Wednesday. We try to get on as many people as possible just to help kind of share their journey, because I think that's really just the power of really doing any kind of live stream, is to get different perspectives and just different experiences. So if you're interested in coming on and chatting about whatever, it doesn't have to be photography. We'd be more than happy to discuss that. And yeah, I don't know, besides this show, you're obviously on my YouTube channel, so I do a bunch of vlogs and documentaries and a whole bunch of other crazy stuff. So if you're coming from Sarah's side, feel free to check me out. And I'm excited. I'm excited to have this conversation. So thanks again, Sarah, for taking the time. Evans, over to you for a quick, who are you and what do you do?
Hey guys, welcome to Open Shutter. My name is Evans. I'm based in Brampton, Ontario. I'm a weddings and events photographer, videographer. I shoot everything else for fun. So,
Yeah.
you know, we always here every Wednesday, one way or the other, you know, just talking about the community, talking about things happening in the community. So, yeah, it's going to be an exciting show. Hope we all learn something new today.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. So, yeah, again, thanks again, Sarah. Why don't you maybe for the viewers and listeners, maybe a quick kind of intro about yourself?
Hi, my name is Sarah. My Instagram is SarahDippity416 because I'm from Toronto.
Yeah.
Toronto, Canada. And I'm not a model. I just started doing modeling as a hobby. And I started like during summer, during COVID, just to update my LinkedIn profile. Because before I used to have hair. I had long hair before 3 years ago, before prior to COVID. And I just recently changed my hairstyle, and I wanted to update my LinkedIn work profile. And then next thing I know, I was taking just selfies and for my personal pages, and a photographer reached out to me to take pictures of me, and then it just kept going as a TFP, time for prints, and a lot of collaboration. And I started to enjoy going out to meet people during COVID for photography, because I wanted to take pictures of nature. I love nature photography because I love hiking, and I don't know, it just kept going, and then you see casting.
That's how it all kind of starts. You just kind of like try something, and then you just kind of keep going with it, right? Like, I think sometimes that's like the hardest part, is just to keep going with it, right? Like sometimes we kind of get in our own ways. So obviously you're having fun with it, right? Like you're like, well, like, how's your experience with like the modeling?
For me in the beginning, when I applied to this casting, I actually was like 140 pounds, and I was actually 35 pounds heavier. But I just wanted to update my pictures, and I didn't know how to take a professional picture. So I didn't know about the headshots for actors and stuff. Next thing I know, I updated my my headshot profile for my social media, and I started applying for casting. In the beginning, no one really replied back to me, but I kept applying every day. Next thing you know, I landed into this year to this group called Fashion Forward.
Yeah, we know well.
Yeah, and then I think Evermore Media. I think he looks familiar. Like,
it's Evans. He's been at the meetups.
I think he was the one that took a picture of me for the beach hunt for June 11th.
I did at the beach.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, that's funny. That's a small world.
Yeah. So I just started keep applying to myself and try and see where it goes. But my work background is I'm a project coordinator for countertops, and my family has a countertop business, and I've been doing that for 10 years. And then COVID, I just took a break, and I don't know. Then my hair I started losing my hair, and I just shaved it off. I just shaved it off.
it's not growing back at all, or like is it a medical issue, or?
It's a medical issue, psoriasis. Some people will get it on their like elbow, hands, knees.
Yeah.
But for me, it was gone like 4 or 5 years ago, and then it came back again just recently. And I was growing my hair. I was in a few music videos because I wanted to get more roles as background actor and stuff like that. So when I updated my modeling photos, I end up getting to background acting, get casted for music videos and websites and stock photos. And just this summer, I'm starting to get paid through all these gigs, photography and background acting and stuff like that.
There you go. So, like, your passion is more in like the acting game, eh?
My passion is painting and drawing. I'm an artist. I'm an artist. Yeah.
Okay.
And my father doesn't want me to pursue in fine arts like drawing, like Michelangelo, and have a career with paintings and photography. So I decided to get into photography, not as a model as myself, but like the person behind the camera. And then next thing you know, I'm the subject in front of the camera.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I know. It's like the switch, eh?
I'm usually a behind the scene person, and I love like for me, modeling is like a challenge, but it's really fun. It's all dressing up, and it's like art, but a different medium and platform where you use photography as a way of expressing yourself through clothes and makeup. And it's kind of same like being an artist when you're painting a blank canvas.
It's just a different format.
So I'm actually the canvas now, which is kind of strange.
Right. So where can people find like your drawings?
I haven't drawn for a while, but I'm hoping that I get into NFT art. It's the new thing right now.
You're putting it all together, which I like. You're connecting all the dots.
And I actually am a fashion design graduate in 2009, and I did not pursue in fashion design. So when you look at my modeling portfolio on Instagram, it's like very fashion forward.
Yeah. Let me. I don't know. Do you mind if I show your IG?
Sure.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's cool that you're kind of dabbling into all these things. So guys, go check out Sarah Dibby 416. Do you have any photos that stand out to you, or have like a special meaning to you, have like a story to you, or they're all kind of like important to you?
Well, the reason why I kept continuing modeling, at first it was a hobby, and then I realized that if I was going to be a model, I'd rather be a role model for women and kids to empower them to be comfortable in their own skin and be authentic,
Yeah.
I wanted to send a message that to be a model, you're allowed to eat. You don't have to have long, beautiful hair. You don't have to wear a wig. You don't have to wear makeup and have stilettos to be accepted as a model industry size standard.
Yeah. No, that's very important for sure.
So my theme for my my portfolio is that it's more and it's to inspire women and children and just female to be more strong, confident, and safe. Because in the modeling career, there's all shades of gray. When people don't know where they're going. And for me, I'm just lucky because I started after my 30s, so I'm like more aware of like these casting on Kijiji or Craigslist or not the right casting, so I don't look there. So I'll go through mutual friends, referral, or photographers, female photographer take pictures of me in the beginning. So.
Yeah, we've had other models on the show, and they've shared some horror stories from their experience. So you do have to be careful.
I'm a petite person. I'm actually 5'2" to 5'1", and I'm almost 100 pounds. So like these photographers, if they're men that does it as a hobby, they may bait girls or female models to come out, take pictures, hold hostage your photos for ransom.
Yeah.
We don't know. So I usually started out as outdoor photography model, like
Okay.
just nature in public and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Like these photos here. There's a video there,
I do a lot of reel recently because I figured that if I post photo, people can steal it and put it in different platform, like in Asia, like as like a bridal, like you know those male bride or Asian
yeah.
brands or stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I don't want people stealing my photos. So I
Yeah.
put them in a video form so you can screenshot it as fast as possible to do some.
Yeah. I guess be a lot of work, eh?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's cool. I dig it.
Well, my work is more like lifestyle modeling, like everyday people, you know, because my background is like it's under like stone industry, home rentals, like
Right.
designing. So
Yeah.
you'll see my clothes. There's not that much like party clothes, and
No, eh?
I'm pretty like a tomboy and very cover up.
Yeah. These are cool. I dig those shots here.
Oh, that was a stock photo for this photographer. Her client was promoting holistic like shrooms and like essential oil and stuff. There's stock photos.
Yeah.
And
yeah, cool. I like the vibe of it.
Thank you.
Very cool. Yeah, like how do I guess maybe like do you have any advice for people that want to get into like either modeling or photography or like fashion? Like do you have any advice for people to kind of like get started?
Yeah, you have to have fun when you're doing modeling. You have to love what you do, and you have to do your research, your due diligence to research on the background of these photographers, if they're real photographers and people in the network are real. You have to connect with other models, makeup artists, photographers, and just the brand that you have to know, like what niche you want to be in.
Yeah, it's important. Yeah, we've heard that too from other models. Like, what do you want to represent, right? Like, what do you want to be known for? And you don't want to be pressured into something that you don't want to do, right?
Like for me, it's like mine is lifestyle modeling. It's very natural modeling, means that I can get TV, commercial, or do MC hosting, and nothing too much changing of me, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm very versatile and transformable as a character for TV, prints, and stuff. But
yeah.
I realized that if you are comfortable, or it depends on your lifestyle and the niche you want to, like you don't just go into what you look like into that field. Like I look like a very cute person with a round face. I can do cosplay, but that is not something that I want to represent as. If I need to, then I will. But I realized that when you are very broad and a general model that can represent every character and all kind of niche, it opens your fan base and followers and makes you very versatile to work in the industry and more clients.
Yeah, I think you have to definitely like what you're doing. That's for sure, because it'll come across too in their work, right? So you to get, I mean, again, like you alluded to, for like young people trying to get into like the industry, is like you can be pressured to things that you don't want to do, and you're not going to enjoy yourself, and you're just going to like not do it anymore. So I think you have an important point of like make sure you know what your brand is, right? And align yourself with people that support that and want to help them, right? Because like I said earlier, like we've had other models on, and wasn't a very good experience. So for anyone that's listening or watching that wants to get into the fashion game, yeah, I think definitely know what your brand. Like, I guess how do you know what your brand is? Is it just more of like trial and error, just constantly just going out and doing it and just seeing what you like and what you don't like?
I'm not signed. Sorry, I'm not signed with an agency. I tried to apply for those modeling agency. The cutoff height is 5'8". I'm actually 5 feet, so for me it's like I'm under kids age or something, but they don't put me as modeling for kids. But it's like there's probably more agency out there like in Toronto that charge you money for headshots and memberships and don't get your job yet. So for me it's like I wanted to test the water and see like if my looks can fit in the industry, like what kind of modeling I can get into. And most people is that they get into lingerie and boudoir or nude or something. That's for like arts. Like that's not really sellable, you know. It's like a one time thing, or there's a peak to those niche, and you have to exercise a lot, you have to go to the gym a lot, and then it's youth, so that industry you have to be very sexy and youthful. And for me it's like it's not a problem for me, but it's just that I don't want to be stuck under like
you don't want to be, of course,
photography or adult entertainment. But I want to like, you know, like have a longevity like career where I can be 40, 50, 60, can be you know.
Yeah, no, that's a definitely a valid point for sure. Tony's here. Hey, Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Welcome to the show. Yeah, like do you have any people that you get like inspiration from for like the modeling? Like do you follow people on Instagram that kind of gives you some inspiration? Yeah. Do you want to shout them out?
I don't follow certain people, but I know that I really like Rihanna's Fenty fashion show, all shape and sizes. So when I thought of it, I'm like, I don't have to look like a beautiful long woman with long hair, right? And I don't have to be a size 0 to be beautiful, you know. So for me, it's like I follow her makeup beauty brand Fenty, where she caters to a diverse pool of color skin tone. So the more I got into modeling, I did I wanted to promote more body positivity and healthy mental health, you know. So it's not just about beauty, but it's your state of mind or
on the inside too, right? Yeah, 100%. Beauty's on the inside too, right? So
yeah, you have it's an emotion, it's like the energy. So how you feel, it's gonna be transmute into your body and poses, in which I learned. And I like Rihanna for her her mission and beauty statements, and I like Dita Von Teese, because I've always loved pinup modeling, you know, like classic model. I love the red lipstick and the black hair with the curl bangs and the corset and stuff. And I've always looked at her and Angelina Jolie as a role model for fashion, and as a mentor for me as a woman that I want to be, with a strong voice.
100%. I couldn't agree more. Tony has a question for you. Question for Sarah. What has been your favorite photo shoot so far? Good question, Tony.
Oh, I actually enjoyed my first fashion forward meetup organized by Laura and Sarah Samantha. And it was at Gladstone Law. It was about the projector so I came there with minimal makeup, and she had the projector and then she shined it at you, and that was something that I enjoy about her group. I keep like paying to go to their events is because they try to incorporate art into photography. Like you don't have to use like Photoshop to like airbrush you know, or clothes to glamorize your look. So I always get so fascinated about the fire shoot, the LED spadina shoot, the Gladstone projector, and there's one at Coin House. But they do a lot of collaborations with designers in Toronto doing avant-garde. So for me, it's like I'm starting to slowly like to do a lot of hands-on photo shoot. Meaning,
get a little bit more about how they run, like how they work.
I just like to do things that are very interactive, and I find those photo shoot is the one that challenges you to adapt into the environment. So there's a snake shoot they're gonna do soon, like in a few weeks. So I'm kind of excited about that.
You going to that one too?
I think she said in September, so I guess I was gonna go the one last week with Shanu was organizing it. And I didn't go because I don't like to drive too far, because you know you have to get ready, and then you have to put your makeup and everything. But for me is I like those photo shoot that where it's interactive and has a very creative background.
Yeah, it's more fun, right? And you get like ideas too, right? Because again, that's the power of meetups is that you meet other people, you meet other models, and you just get ideas and you get inspiration. You get just different things that you wouldn't be exposed to, right? So I'm not sure if you found that too. You just get ideas from other people. It's like, oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
I get to see people post live very quick, like how we watch American Next Top Model.
Yeah.
And I know like you can smile your eyes, you can pose like a dancer, you can pose like a bird, and you can pose like straight power pose, like, you know.
Yeah.
But for me it's like it's just the whole element of a lot of people involved, the environment that makes you
yeah, there's a buzz to it.
It's like it's different from doing one-on-one TFP shoots and with a group. Because with a group, sometimes your portfolio, it's always by yourself. It looks like a stage or selfie. But when you're in a group, you can collaborate with another model.
Yeah. That's a good point. That's a good point. I think that might be some good advice for people that's starting out. Oh, sorry, Evans, you want to say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, what's your favorite type of shoot in terms of photography?
I love to take photos with people or with animals because I know it's very challenging to how you can it's this unity of expression where it's like you're putting a puzzle together. You want it to look like a masterpiece. So I like to I think modeling is like a video game for me. You know, it's like a game, a challenge, which I enjoy doing. Is that I like group shots and with animals or something that is out of the natural element. You know,
I like it. Pushing limits. I like that.
I think we have another question from the comment section. Yep.
When do you think a photo works better in black and when do you think a photo works better in black and white than color? Do you like shooting black and white?
I love black and white photography, but not a lot of people do it. So I added on my filters on my Instagram because like sometimes when you guys look at me, I look like I'm 14 to 25 when I'm not, right? So when I add the black and white, it gives me like a iconic biography, like a celebrity status, you know? So I make it black and white to make myself look mature.
I see. Does that help, Tony? I don't know if Tony's been to the fashion. Tony, have you been to the fashion forward meetups? I don't know if he has. He might have been. Do you know Tony, Sarah? I don't know if you've been to the fashion forward meetups or not.
I don't. That's such a common name. I don't know if I've seen.
Hey. I was at the snake one at the whatchamacallit at the studio back in what March, April, May, whatever that was.
Oh yeah.
Snake one. Yeah, I was there for that. That was interesting. But he had like 2 crazy snakes. Yeah, it was interesting.
The snake guy, he's been around. Like the
snake guys.
His was yellow. He had a yellow python and the white albino one, and I've seen it on everybody's portfolio. He takes it. He's like those teacher that takes it to schools for kids to learn about snakes.
Yeah. Well, that's good, right? Snakes. I asked him. He goes, "Are you afraid that they're gonna bite you?" He goes, "Nah, they won't." He goes, "You should be more afraid of the people in this room." Oh, okay.
Everybody says that.
I know. Snakes are fine. Meanwhile, it's like, there's a python coming at me. So.
I'm not a big fan of snakes at all.
You like snakes, Evans?
No. I'm not a big fan of snakes. Like,
Did you see any in Ghana? Did you see any snakes?
Not really.
No.
I don't know. I'm never a big fan of snakes, especially pythons, the bigger ones. Like I've seen. Even if I see small snakes, I'm gonna walk around them, man.
Like garden snakes.
Move away. But like seeing the big pythons and stuff like that, and people's necks. No way, I'm trying that. It's just me. I'm not a big fan of them.
I think it's because people see like cobra with the teeth and then the python, the anaconda movie, then you get scared. I don't think snakes are like that. I was planning to get a pet snake,
Oh,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Are you going to the Halloween meetups? I don't know if they announced that yet or not, but anyway.
Oh, already?
They're already
Oh,
planning.
I think Tony's referring to the
What?
you know, not Sarah's group, but
Get out shoot?
yeah, get a shoot meetups,
Oh, yeah.
get the usual Halloween meetups.
Yeah, I think there might be a collab between Fashion Forward and Get Out Shoot for Halloween. That's
Nice.
Mm. Some crazy stuff is gonna happen.
For me, it's like I stay away from cosplay because I don't want like I don't want like kids messaging me, and I don't want like fetish photography messaging me. So then I don't want people thinking I'm in that realm. Like I'm not in it for the money. No. I'm just in it for the passion and the creative expression. Mm-hmm. And this kind of career is like you gotta start young in pageants or modeling, the dancer or singer.
So much pressure though, eh? Like when you start so young, like when you start like even I don't like how young do they start? Like at 12? Like I don't know how young.
Modeling you can start at 4 years old or as a baby for Gilbert. You know, like modeling is just like a marketing tool for you to funnel back to your career, like an insurance broker or you know, like or a realtor. I find that a lot of people with full-time profession goes into background acting to scout more clients and modeling to open their network, you know. So for me it's like I have not promoted my career, like my profession in modeling. I just go out as like a model in front of the camera and just practice learning how to be feminine, how to dress up. And I just like the fact that we get to travel to places. That's stuff that everyday job 9 to 5 don't let you to travel. You get to travel. And that's what's fun about modeling.
Yeah, and it's good that things are somewhat seemingly getting back to normal, right? So like, you know, I guess unless you're going through Pearson, but that's a whole other story. Yeah, I also think that once you kind of like take your passion into like a more of like a career, right? Like when you start kind of going down that road, like money comes later. Like money doesn't come at you at the start. Like you need to like kind of like build for it. So I think that's why a lot of, not just modeling, but any kind of creative endeavor, be it like photography or video or graphic design, like you're not going to become rich overnight. I think a lot of people get disillusioned from that because on social media, all you see are like the home runs, but you don't see all of the singles. So that's what I believe. Like money comes later because when you work at something for a very long time and you get very good at it, people will pay you, right? You just you got to know what you're worth. But it doesn't come at the very start.
For me, it's like it was just a stroke of luck. Like I was just lucky because my pastor, I went to this peace festival and the organizer of Harborfront magazine. So there was like all these network. It's like when you go out, you never know who you meet. Like I keep meeting directors, organizers, like by accident because I do a lot of charity and I'm in part of the community. It doesn't matter which community, the business community or the Vietnamese community, pageant community, like something, you know. Because in the beginning, I got scouted as a pageant candidate at 21 years old, and I did a pageant for Miss Asia Toronto, now become Miss Asia Canada. Then all suddenly I go to a peace festival, which is fine arts. I like to look at, you know, like those paintings and stuff. Next thing you know, I met one of my friend, Pong Nguyen. The guy was going for candidate for the PC party. He introduced me to this woman 5 years ago, Tina. I'm the type of person, I can't be messaging you online if I never met you. I won't follow you. I won't ask you questions and stuff, you know? So I meet her after 5 years later. She was an actor and a fashion something. And I was into fashion. And I was the person, like, I would never seek people for help. You know, because I believe that there's timing and, you know, God will, like, when you're skilled, you have to master your craft, and then the timing comes, present itself, you get a phone call, you get an email. It's like when you're chasing something like money or chasing fame or something, you know, or doing certain things to get there first, like a race when it's not a competition, you know. So everything that's done in positive vibe and good intentions, like you do, passion is out of love. So when you do what you love, you become magnetic, and people see how good you are. They gravitate towards you, and they want to hire you as their brand and stuff. And for me, it's like, because my niche is very I want to be diversified, means represent all kind of Asians, like Native Asians, East Asians, or West Asians. I can't look like Middle East or Europe because I'm not mixed with your Caucasian blood.
Yeah.
But I'm so lucky that if I get a little tan, I can look like people in Malaysia, Singapore, like native or village style. So I'm just lucky that when I chop my hair, when I first did, I cried, like I literally cried, because it was like a transformation. But it's that you have to know that if you don't have the healthy mind and healthy body and stuff, you can't get there tomorrow. So
No.
so people who are like aggressively chasing like this goal or this house, this car or something, or this standard of celebrity or fame or something, in the end they will like hurt themselves. So for me, it's like everything was just luck. Like this is why my name, like serendipity, it was serendipity.
Yeah.
And you put it's like basically it was meant to be. You will meet. You mean like the photographer will meet me if I connect them when they see my pictures.
Yeah, I think timing is everything. I also think that when you try to force something, it never happens. Like when you're just constantly trying to make something happen, like it doesn't really happen. It's when you least expect it, it happens.
Yeah.
Like when you least expect it, like something happens. But that's because you put in so much work to get to that point, right? That's what I mean by like getting paid later, not now, because you worked all that time to get paid down the road, right? But when you're trying to like force like someone to pay you what you're worth, it rarely happens. Like you need to like, just calm things down a little bit and just like.
But you'll get a lot of photographers like, hi, they would like to collaborate, TFP, and this, and they said they won't pay, and I like, how about my gas or my parking ticket? Just $25 just to make us happy that we're gonna buy a $10 meal or something later.
At least dinner, like a dinner voucher or something, right? Yeah. I know Evans has done a bunch of TFP. He probably knows more about it, but.
Yeah. I'm starting to get a lot of paid jobs now, and it's very random. But I was signed as under background acting for Melissa Lee, and then on my third email that I replied, I actually got the Boston Pizza photo shoot. Me and Coyote. Yeah, me and Coyote. So he has short hair and I have short hair, and so
it's going to be a commercial and what
model print for Boston Pizza patio season. But I haven't seen it on Instagram or the website yet, so I don't know what happened. It's been April, so it's like I said, like when you least expect it.
Always.
It's like that's the fun part, like of modeling. If you enjoy it, you love it, you least expect it, and it just happens.
And then you get this like burst of energy going. Yes, it was all worth it, right? It's a good feeling. And all that time and energy that you put into it. Tony's another question for you, Sarah. What would be your dream shoot? No limits.
I wanna do the shoot in the water, like like the mermaid shoot with the fabric floating, and like I see them in Chinese movies or like those makeup photo shoot prints and magazines. I don't know.
Too bad that Brian wasn't on because he has lots of ideas. Because Brian's Brian, right, from Fashion Forward, the guy that does the lighting at Fashion Forward.
Yep, he's the guy that was doing the one with the the glow in the dark one you were talking about. Brian is the gentleman that was setting up the lights
on the
and
show.
stuff.
He's on here today.
Oh, I just been on to their events only 3 times. I bought one for Coinage, so 4 events, but it's just I don't know. I'm just like I don't. The truth is I don't really use social media. I just post it to show you guys like like that I got this gig, or there's like creative things. And like,
what do you mean you don't know how to use social media?
Like, before, like 2 years ago, I don't go on. I don't use it because I have work. Like, I have things to do. So when because right now, because this is the new this is the new transition, how people do business is Zoom call, StreamYard, live.
Live.
How we connect now. We connect through online.
It's not going back. It's just going to get even crazier. Metaverse is coming.
Yeah, I have a lot of these like sci-fi like conspiracies like going online and stuff like that. But
okay.
But
they're watching us. They're watching us.
But just know that the more you have it's like the metaverse is like communist. The more you say bad things about them, they're gonna shadow ban you and you won't be seen.
Okay. Oh boy. Crazy times. Crazy times. Well, Well, if they've been watching this show for the past 2 years, then we're all in trouble. So.
Of course, they're watching you, but they just want to keep us at surveillance so that we don't hack into their system. Maybe. Or that they make sure that we're going to work, paying our taxes.
I love a good conspiracy theory. Let me tell you, I love a good conspiracy theory. Mm-hmm. Very interesting.
So your Instagram, your work, is it like more like photojournalism, like the style?
Yeah, it's. I'm not sure how to classify my work because, I like, maybe photojournalism, but more of like documentary style, right? Because I have like the photo side, where basically I try to kind of get a snapshot of daily life in some fashion, either my life or like someone else's, or like just someone random on the street. But also like my YouTube channel is like all about just like my life and just trying to document my life, like whatever I'm doing, right? So that's how I would probably classify my work, as like a documentarian. So, I always tell people like, do it, whatever you're doing, fashion, modeling, actress, like do it for yourself first, because if you don't do it for yourself first, then it's going to be a hard road to continue, because you're not going to get any satisfaction out of it if you're not doing it for yourself. Where you're leaving the validation up to others, then I don't think it's going to be a very good outcome. So that's what I do. So, I do it for me because, 5, 10, 20 years from now to like look back on it, I think it's going to be pretty cool, especially over the last 2 years because of COVID. All the stuff that I did over the last 2 years, you look back, it's like, oh, that's interesting. I did that. Cool. And it's for you. It's for me, right? So, and then from there, like once you do it for yourself, I think people can relate because people go through similar experiences. Mine, Evan's, yours. People go through different things in life, and people connect to that experience or that feeling. And that's how you build a community, because you just talk to people. Oh, tell me about your experience. Tell me about this. Tell me about that. Right? Because if you're not doing it for yourself first, and it's coming from a place of, honesty, it's going to be hard to develop a community that trusts you. And if you don't have people that trust you, then you're not going to get anywhere, right? Yeah. And that stems from your point of like knowing what your brand is. Like know what your brand is, know what you want to talk about, and go from there.
For me, it was like to do social media. There's a lot of pros and cons, and for me, it was like I live a very high-paced life with I have a lot of like projects. I run like 5 Instagram accounts, and I'm very multi-talented. And for me, it's like I don't remember what I do like 1 year, 2 year, 3 years. So I would do a lot of videos and photograph on my phone, so that if one day like I forget my memory, or if one day that I feel sad, I can look back and like, oh, I've been here, I've been there.
You're documenting it.
And then for me, it's like I save it to tell stories. Like I hope that one day I have my own book, like of my own biography, so that people that are around me, my entourage or corporation, won't be going back and checking on Google of who they think I am, when I have my own archive of my photos. And I believe that for me, taking photos and sharing, it's nothing about invading your privacy or you're showing off, but it's actually a very noble way of storytelling and your point of view.
Of course.
So that's why I take these pictures and stuff to share for my family and people who don't know me, you know.
You're that's documenting, right? That's just documenting because you're
I'm
just
documenting my
same approach, same concept, right?
Yeah.
And you don't need to, for people that aren't into sharing it public, you don't have to share it public. You can keep it private and just keep it for yourself.
Mm-hmm. Well, I had a private on Instagram. It was Serendipity 4116, and I lost 3 accounts because some people will report my account for I don't know what reason or access or something. So the last one that it stopped, and then for me is I show you guys like my pet, my food, my niece, my mom, my dad, and it just I don't even try to go on anymore. It's just connected to my Facebook story, to my personal Instagram. So it's there. But for me, it's like, if I don't know how to protect myself on online privacy and people keep hacking, then to me, it's like it's teaching me that next time, make sure you remember your password.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. Well, it's important. It's important to, because we always hear horror stories about accounts getting hacked and all this craziness. Like I find like people I know get hacked every day on either Instagram or Twitter. Like it just happens like constantly. So it's a crazy thing, but
even Apple too. Apple, like they'll tell you you're logged in Newfoundland or BC, and I just changed my password recently because I love about Apple ecosystem hub is that you can it's not like Samsung, they always like twitches when you're in a certain app, and then if you don't upgrade, it twitches or it blocks or something. And Apple is just updates automatic. You can check, you can connect to 3 to 5 emails, see all send out. So it's easy. It's very organized.
Okay, it's a good tip. I like that. Do you have any goals or like goals that you want to hit for yourself, either acting or modeling or anything? Like any specific goals?
For modeling, I want to walk in one of those fashion week, like New York, Japan.
Yeah.
I want to travel, but I want to use fashion modeling as a gateway to travel the world. So I wanted to be in Vancouver Fashion Week, New York, France, and at my height, whatever my height is, like petite models.
Yeah.
Cody
wants to be a part of your entourage.
Oh yeah, I do. I do need.
Paparazzi.
Yeah, I need a paparazzi to do my behind the scene. When they you
need like a video. Hire Evans and I. We can do your video stuff.
Yeah, I needed a behind the scene for TikTok. Like sometimes I've been using TikTok a lot because it's from China.
Yeah.
If you do your hashtag, like I taught my friend, like when you use your hashtag, you want to hashtag to the brands that you want to be seen. Like I would keep doing Toronto models and talents or model search because I'm in Toronto. I'm not going to Africa or Europe at this time, So I hope that it hits narrowed down, that someone in Toronto will see me, a brand, So
what about tagging, like actually tagging the accounts too?
Oh, I do. I tag I keep tagging fashion forwards and some models in photography to show them that that I'm consistently trying to keep modeling means I keep doing what I'm doing every week.
Consistency.
Yeah.
Consistency, yeah.
But I don't show like that I exercise or eat or something because I'm not trying to do like Twitch, like like those live. Follow me.
Follow me.
Follow me.
I'm gonna make a shake or something. Yeah.
Someone waiting for me at the park. It's like, how do you know I'm at the park?
Yeah. Who's watching me?
Yeah, because Canada's too big. It's not a close-knit community, and we're not like each houses beside each other. We don't know each other in 30 network, but we know each other every 6 people, but not 30. Because if you live in back home in Asia or Europe and like South America, we're very like across the street. That's your relative. That's your schoolmate. And so if you go everywhere and you film, no one's gonna catch you or look for you or prey on you. Like for me, it's like I know there's a limit of privacy that we need so that we can protect for our safety, because you have to remember, at the end of the day, still a woman, 5 foot, not 200 pounds. You can lift me and put me in a van or ship me to somewhere, we don't know, right? And for me, it's like I hope that from my modeling career that I can build a presence, to have a voice for women around the world, to bring awareness for stop child trafficking. You know, there's trafficking for your organs and women, and you know, because in certain community, like the Muslim community, women are treated as a product, right? And women are lower than a man, you know. And I'm just blessed that my father he left Vietnam. He left Vietnam to come to Canada, and then there's people like me. Not everybody's gonna be like me, you know, like that will you know, be those kind of girls where they're confident, they're highly academic, you know, that will give back to the community or just inspire people, you know.
Inspire, yeah. Oh, it's very noble, very noble mission. Absolutely.
Yeah, but like I have a charity too. You guys can follow me, you know.
What's the charity?
It's called Angels on Wheels.
Angels on Wheels? Is that the website?
Let's see how on Instagram.
It's on Instagram?
Yeah.
Angels on Wheels?
Angels on Wheels.
Oh yeah, I found it.
Deal. I started this project by myself, and it was with friends and families, and I volunteer at my church at the food bank, and we get bread sometimes, and I just save my money and then I buy some bread.
Here it is.
Yeah, and what I do is I try to spread awareness doing charity, and it takes labor of love.
Okay, so you raise money? Do you raise money?
I don't raise money. I'm actually an event planner. I have a event planning background, and I used to be part of York University student clubs for the Filipino club, the Chinese club, the Vietnamese club, because I kind of look like all kind of culture, you know, and I film my nieces, my church friends, my aunt, whoever wants to volunteer with me, and I get donations of clothes, medicine, breads, and I started a GoFund page I think like 6 weeks ago, and one of my friends donated me $20, and it helps the gas, but like the truth is that we don't want to ask people for money. If people want to, then they can reach out, you know. For me, it's just like I just do it to be proactive, like a proactive human, you know, like
I like that proactive human. You don't get those a lot.
You don't want to be those person. You say you're like, here's my money donation. You know, you want to be those person, leading example. Or for me, it's like I believe in kindness. I don't know about this thing where you pay it forward tomorrow. I don't believe in giving, receiving. I believe that if you don't know what to do, find something to do. And if you don't know what love is, do what you love. You know, it's like you just have to practice kindness. And, you know, if you don't, the truth is we don't know who we are, what we do. People always going to categorize you and title you from your actions. So you hope your actions is positive and has a good intention and inspiration.
And your actions are you. Like your actions come from you and not from someone else, which,
Yeah, and my church follows my model page, and my cousin that is like under like 16, like, you know, so you have to see that when my work is like I don't do no adult pictures or those things. It's like just film purpose, movie, TV, and film that you'll see in commercials, and that's the route I want to go to. It's a very I want to be those kind of talented model, actor, singer, dancer that people don't think you're famous because they saw you naked. You know, like one of those things, you know, like I don't want to be, so I don't know those kind of stuff, because, you know, my parents, like my background, I'm actually Chinese Vietnamese. My father is mother is Vietnamese, and so we're Chinese, and I grew up in all kind of neighborhood because my father kept moving us out of the immigrant neighborhood, so we kept went from building to house to another house to another house, and our last house was in Q on Highway 7 in a secluded neighborhood where the school bus takes you to school, and so we were isolated from the community,
Right.
and we were in a Catholic community too, school. So I grew up going to Catholic school, So for me, is that people don't know that how a person became this way, or So I do a lot of like YouTubing, and I do a lot of like go to give back to this community, volunteer to connect, to understand people,
Yeah. Proactive human.
Proactive, or be we call be
Maybe a T-shirt. You should make a T-shirt. I'm a proactive human. It might sell. You can raise money for the charity that way too.
Yeah, I don't expect money from people because like I keep myself busy, so I make money off like graphic design, website, selling countertops, like modeling, acting. Like I have a supplement of jobs that help my bills, but I do like those things to eventually merchandise when am somebody. I know I'm somebody, but
you're somebody. I
know what I mean is like I when I designed that name, Angels on Wheels, I went to sleep because I was going to Bible study at church last year, and everybody had a charity or something. So I'm like, God, please tell me what should I name my charity? I woke up, angels, something.
Nice.
But when I explain it to people, like, what does that mean? I'm like, angels on wheel, making sandwiches, dropping sandwich to you guys, or clothes. Angels can be any kind human, and wheels. You can be on a bicycle, scooter, wheelchair, motorcycle, car, van.
Yeah.
Means anyone can
be anything.
Anyone can be part of this mission.
I love it. Love the passion. Chris has a question for you. What are some things you're doing to reach your goals for modeling? Good question, Chris.
For me, it's like my goal is that to be a well-known Asian model from Canada, to inspire other people to. I really want to make a difference in the fashion industry, that modeling is not a size or number or height.
Yeah.
It's just simple as that.
Yeah. It's the inside. Confidence. Confidence is attractive. Yeah, no, it's good. I mean, I love how you're like just dabbling into all kinds of different things. Like, how do you balance your time around all these different things? Like, do you just organized, or we have like another way?
I usually do what I feel. The first thing I do is when I wake up, I just meditate and I take my vitamins. Like for me, it's like I don't talk about my health or illness. That's one thing I don't advertise on my social media, So when I live life like it's the last day and tomorrow's another day for a chance to start another day. So for me is that I live life very the word is that I live in the present moment. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, because we can just get in a car accident, fall asleep, or have a heart stroke. So when I was working with my father in our fabrication shop, Stone, this person died, that person died. Like in 2 years, so many people keep dying. Doesn't matter of old age, but it's this stress, So I realized that chasing money will cause you stress, that you die early for no reason. So for me, is I don't overthink, I don't stress, I don't chase things. I just love like if you're sad or things don't go the way, you just have to accept it. And I've been reading a lot of self-help book. Arco Toy.
Oh yeah.
The New Earth, or The Present Now, or something. Those two books was the best book I ever read that money can buy, like the Science Getting Rich. And I actually finally understood how to do the Science Getting Rich. Gonna get there soon. But the point is that in life, we have to balance our well-being and our physical body. Means we have to balance everything, and just know that like in life, it's like the more I do volunteering and charity, I realize that humans are very sensitive, very sensitive, or very easy to influence, and we're all like little kids, like so cute, like little kids. So for me to balance, why it's so easy me to balance, because I don't have kids, I don't have a husband, I don't have a mortgage. So these are the biggest things that take a toll on your life, financial burden, because kids take a lot of time, they need to be fed, they need to be trained, they need to be picked up. Mortgage, and mortgage is the market is that our minimum wage is not increasing, but the mortgage rate is increasing.
Yeah, how does that work? Doesn't work.
So how do we balance it? We just figure a way to find a job that will make us self-employed, so we're not stuck the $15 an hour, or trying to make money in different income that you like, which is not investing in the bank or trading stocks or crypto, whatever these people are doing, but we try to do what we love. If we do what we love, the balance, it just comes so easily.
No, it's a good way to look at it. Just live in the moment and do what you like, kind of thing, right?
Yeah, that's what I do. I live in the moment, and I focus on healthy mind, body, and soul.
Easier said than done, but it's a good point. We're up against the hour, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. So thanks again, Sarah, for taking the time. Really appreciate it. We should have you back on some other time, because I dig your energy and your passion.
Thank you,
which I love. So thanks, Evans. Any final thoughts, man?
Just want to say thank you, Sarah, for being here. It's been nice conversation. Been enjoying the vibes, Also say thank you to everyone in the chats. Thank you for everyone that's watching. We're here every Wednesday, 7:30 Eastern Central Time. Come on and join us. Check out our channels. If you're into videos, shooting video, photography, BTS stuff, check out my channel. Paul is always on the vlogs. Brian also does some ghost hunting stuff, so you can check out our channels. Links are in the descriptions. Yep.
Yeah, no, it's good. Thanks again, Sarah. Any final thoughts, Sarah, for the viewers, listeners?
No, thank you for inviting me. I enjoyed this podcast with you guys.
Yeah, this wasn't your first podcast, right? You've been on others.
I've done a lot, like through church. Church.
Yeah, you're a pro. You're a pro at these things.
Oh, thank you.
Which is cool. We should have you back on some other time. Actually, I love the chat. Absolutely. Thanks again, everyone, for watching, listening, and like this video. Follow us on Instagram, Open Shooter YouTube. That's where we post all of the events, and we'll see you next week. Have a great evening. Peace.
Bye. Good night.